Hello everybody and welcome to the channel Crossing the Spiritual Streams. My name is Tandra and today we're going to do our weekly rune reading series, and this week's theme is on the Chariot. Okay, and basically how these work is we have 3 different readings that you can go to. We have reading 1, 2, and 3, and we have different cards that symbolize those readings. We have this one that has kind of the traditional chariot, driving on the ground here. We have this chariot here with the motorcycle. And we have this chariot that's flying through the air and a little bit more out of control and a little bit more moving. It has a lot of movement involved. So basically you reflect on these and you decide which reading you want to go to based on your gut instinct, whichever one makes you feel most like that's your reading to go to, and that will be your reading for the week. Before we get to each individual reading, I would like to take this opportunity to thank everybody who has participated in the channel. Those of you who have subscribed, liked on the videos that you watched, left me comments in the comments section, and shared the channel with your friends and family. All of those things are helping the channel grow. It helps YouTube decide to share our videos with other people. We do have a goal of trying to hit 500 subscribers in the near future, so anything you all can do to help with that is greatly appreciated. And for those of you who have already done all those things, we just wanted to say thank you very much for that. Okay, we will, in this week's reading, we do have our runes that we're going to be looking at, our Chinese tiles, our angel numbers, and our oracle spheres. So you can be thinking of a yes or no type of question that you'd like to get an answer to in your particular reading. Okay, so we do have reading 1, reading 2, and reading 3. We're going to give you a moment or so to reflect on these and decide which reading is best for you. If you do feel compelled to watch more than one, go ahead and do so. There may be a specific message or something specific you can get out of a second reading. These readings don't have that happen to them very often, but if you really feel like you need to, it's a good idea to do so because maybe there's something extra there for you in another pile. Okay, so we're going to give you a moment or so to reflect, and then we'll see you at your reading. Hello, Group 1, and welcome to your reading. Those of you that chose kind of the more traditional chariot of, them just walking along the road here. All right, we're going to get to our reading here. We've got our runes we're going to look at. We've got our Chinese tiles, our oracle spheres, our angel numbers that we'll be getting, which is like my favorite part of the reading. And we're going to go ahead and look at that. Now, remember, these readings are not meant to be super in-depth or detailed. It's just to kind of give you an idea of the energies you might be seeing for the week, or some things you might be dealing with, or that kind of thing. So that's mostly what these readings are for, and also to give you any angel messages with your angel numbers, that kind of thing. All right, let's see what we've got here. Ooh, okay. I always find it interesting that this one never comes up the way it's supposed to. All right, this one's Destiny and the Torch. Wow, okay. It was interesting this week because I picked the Chariot because the energies for the week that I kind of felt were more movement, things happening, movement happening, and your reading already is kind of showing that. I feel like there might be some sudden changes happening. You might get some great sparks of knowledge or creativity or inspiration, kind of things going on this week. Also, you might have a little bit of chance things happening, things that were unexpected. I see kind of the unexpected happening this week, and kind of that energy of of things just happening very quickly. Um, Sudden changes, big transformations, completing energies. Like I said, big sparks of energy, bolts of energy, and that kind of thing. So that's kind of what I was seeing in the reading, and that was interesting that I chose the Chariot this week for that. I kind of feel like the energies this week are more of a movement type of energy, more of things happening, people getting out and doing things, stuff happening. Let's see if the Chinese Tao can shed a little bit more light on this or give us a little bit more information. Okay, we do have the 3. That is a creativity number. Once again, that's the spark of inspiration I was talking about earlier. It also might be dealing with your community and working with your community. Maybe there'll be a celebration or a party or something this week happening. I know a lot of those have been kind of held back because of the different crisis with the virus and some other things, but some people are still choosing to have these kind of celebrations, just maybe in a little bit more key types of atmosphere or with people that are around all the time, that kind of thing. But maybe that, is something, maybe there will be something to celebrate this week, that kind of energy. Now, these are more the hidden energies for the week, or maybe some things lying under the surface, or some things that are working their way for an upcoming week. This is interesting. These fours deal with your home life. They deal with your mother. They deal with your stability, your foundations. And it's interesting that they were turned over because, like I said, the energy this week was very much movement, quick things, new ideas, new energies. It's not the stay at home, building your foundation, being steady, slow and steady type of energy. It's not really that. And that's interesting that these were turned upside down as well. Now, the east is usually a new beginning, a new sunrise, but we did talk about completions a little bit with one of the runes here. That, sometimes this can mean, with the transformation, it can be a completion of one cycle. And east is usually a new beginning, and it's interesting how that was kind of turned over because that kind of means that maybe you might be finishing up something so that you can move towards a new beginning, a new start. The south was also turned over, and to me, south deals a little bit more with finishing up things. That kind of energy as well. But once again, that was turned over, which means that you may not totally complete projects this week or totally finishing up a cycle, but you're definitely on the road of starting that completion series this week for sure. I think, like I said, the new ideas, the new inspirations, the burst of energy, those kinds of things that you might be feeling this week, I think might help you with that, cycle. Maybe you've been in a more not so energetic cycle. You've been kind of maybe in hibernation mode, a little bit more downtime, and so maybe this is the week where that starts, your energy starts revitalizing, you start feeling more energetic. I know in the springtime, it's spring up here in America, and with us here, I know whenever springtime starts for me, I almost always start feeling more renewed, more energetic, like I want to start doing things, and I get a little bit more, hey, I can be out in the sun, I can soak up sun, I can, jump around, I can do more things. And that's the kind of the energy I'm feeling this week for you guys as well. All right, let's go on to our oracle spheres and get an answer to your question that you would have this week. Remember, this is your yes or no type of question that you'd like to get an answer to. So basically, you just think of a question that has a yes or no type of answer involved with it, not an open-ended answer. And we have 4 different stands here that you can pick from to have your answer appear on. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, gold, purple, green, and gray. So you can pick by color, number, whichever, however it works for you, whatever is best. And basically we'll get our answers and we'll put them on our stands. All right, so number 1, gold. Sometimes it takes a moment for the answers to come out. Interesting. Ha. All right. The number 1 gold is a not now. Wow. Usually it doesn't take that long for all of them to come out. Interesting. We're kind of in the backwards mode for these. Okay. Wow, and it doesn't want to come out, so guess we'll try again. All right, number 2 purple is also a not now. Oh my goodness, number 3 green is also a not now. That's very unusual for that to happen. Oh, and then we have a very likely. So how interesting is that? All right, whoops. All right, number 1 gold was not now. Number 2 purple was not now. Number 3 green was not now. And number 4 gray was very likely. Okay, so there's your answers for your oracle spheres. Let's go ahead and get our angel numbers. These work very similarly in that we have stands to choose from. We do have 5 different stands, and I do like for you to pick 1 or 2 stands to be your kind of special angel number, or the one that is a message specifically for you for the week. And what happens is we get our angel numbers, we put them on the stands that you pick from. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Purple, black, gold, gray, and green. You decide which one you would like your angel number or numbers to appear on, and then you go to the description and you look up your number, and that will give you some keywords or phrases for that number so that you can get maybe some specific messages from angels or specific ideas of things that the angels want you to pay attention to or look at, or that you might be dealing with for the week, that kind of thing. Also, you can use all 5 numbers as your lucky numbers for the week, or even the number that you pick can be a lucky number. There's really no right or wrong way to do this. It's just however works best for you. But basically, we have 5 stands and 5 numbers, so here we go. Number 1 purple is 10. Number 2 black is 35. Number 3 gold is 3. And number 4 gray is 40. And number 5 green is 16. All right, so there's your angel numbers. We have number 1 purple is 10, number 2 black is 35, number 3 gold is 3, number 4 gray is 40, and number 5 green is 16. So there's your angel numbers for the week. All right, guys, that's our weekly rune reading for Group 1. I hope you had some messages that came through that might be useful to you for the week, especially out of the angel numbers. I always really like those. If you liked the video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out our other videos on the channel. These aren't extremely detailed, but we do have more detailed readings with our tarot readings that we do, and they are on specific topics, and most of them are timeless. So that might be something you'd like to check out. We also have other videos on other spiritual topics on the video that you also might like to see. Don't forget to share the video with your friends and family, leave us comments, and we will see you again in future videos. May the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your weekly reading. You guys are the ones that chose the motorcycle chariot. All right. Now, remember, these aren't meant to be super in-depth readings. They're just kind of general idea of what you're going to see for the week and that kind of thing. We do have our runes, we have our Chinese tiles, we have our angel numbers, which I love getting to, and our oracle spheres, so you can be thinking of a yes or no type of question that you can get an answer to. So let's kind of see what might be going on this week for you, or what some things you might encounter or deal with, or what the week might be like at least. Lots of different ones here. Okay. We do have a couple of interesting ones going on here. This is interesting because when I decided to pick the Chariot this week, it just occurred to me, oh, Chariot, need to go with Chariot this week. And I kind of got this energizing feeling of like lots of movement, lots of things happening, lots of things just going on, you know what I mean? And it's interesting because both readings so far kind of had that same energy involved in them, so I just kind of think that's really cool. This one is the victory rune, and this one is the protection rune. So I feel like, um, but this one's also not going the right direction either. And so what I feel with that is that you guys are going to have some victories this week. You guys are going to, because sometimes this one can mean danger or other things, or defenseless, or being possible conflicts, or powerful direction, like things moving very quickly in one direction, like almost like you're being swept out to sea, like you can't stop it. It's a force of nature kind of feeling, and this can often mean that this is the Thor's hammer, and with this being victory, I almost feel like you guys might have some uh, things that are going to pop up for you this week that you're going to have to deal with. Um, but the victory here is awesome, because then that shows, it's also the warrior. So you might have to fight some battles this week. You might have to, really defend yourself, really, be able to go out. Or the other feeling I really get more so than that is that you guys are going to have a lot of triumphs this week. That your force of will, your force of nature, your warrior attitude that you're going to have this week is going to serve you really well. That you're almost going to be a force of nature, or that you're unstoppable this week, I guess, is kind of the energy I kind of really feel here, which is really great, because like with the motorcycle energy here, it has a really powerful energy. So it's interesting that you guys chose that one. Let's take a look at some of the hidden runes. Sometimes these are hidden energies, or things that are lying under the surface, or things that you might have to wait for, or that might play into things, but that they're more down the way. Um, your self-control was hidden, so once again, you might not have a lot of self-control this week. Like I said, I think you just might be a force of nature. You just might go with it, and just maybe you might be quick to anger this week. That's possible. Or quick to fight. That's one of the things that might be shown with that. It's interesting how this one, the wealth, gain, fulfillment, new life, was kind of underneath the surface. So maybe, you're not going to get those big gains this week that you're hoping for, but you are going to have victories though. So that's interesting. Also, this is the Thunderbolt Sun type energy, and that's interesting. That's turned over, because once again, that has a lot of the same energies as these other energies. Um, it's the will of power, it's the success, it's that thunderbolt moments, but it was turned over. And so what that kind of means to me, along with these others that were turned over, is that even though you're going to have these victories and some of these other things going on, it's almost like it's out of your control. It's almost like it's the universe pushing you in a certain direction, and you're kind of just going along with it, and that the other parts of it, the success part, the getting the gains from it, all those things, those are down the road, or those are a little bit more hidden kind of things. So you're gonna feel like you're being swept along this week. Is kind of the energy I feel. But also you're gonna be full of a lot of energy too, which is really good. Okay, let's take a look at our Chinese tiles, see if that clarifies anything, or if there's any other energies. Okay. This is interesting. We have the 3 upside down. The 3 is a creative force. It is dealing, but it was upside down. So it means your creativity might be a little bit upside down this week. What I mean by that is that you might have creative ideas and some things like that happen, but they might be a little wacky, a little off, a little bit different for you, or it's going to come to you differently than normal, that kind of feeling. We do have the 7. That's a powerful change number, especially for spiritual type of things. So I think that just is kind of the swept along, Spirit is moving you this week. Spirit's moving you along the path that they want you to go on this week. The West kind of shows that as well. That's kind of the finishing up old energies and moving towards new things. We do have a hidden one here of a 4. That's interesting because that was hidden on the first pile as well. This is the stable energy. This is the home energy. This is the home body type of thing. And with it being upside down, that is definitely not the energy for the week. You guys are not going to be the stay at home, lounge about type of things this week. That's not the kind of week you're going to have. It's not that nice, quiet, stable week. It's not that kind of thing. So that's what's going on with you guys. All right, let's take a look at our oracle spheres. I'm going to get these out. Okay. Basically, how this works is you ask a yes or no type of question, and then you pick a stand that you would like your answer to appear on. We have gold, green, gray, and purple. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can pick by number, color, where it's at, how it looks to you, whatever works for you. But you pick it, and then we'll get our answers. All right. Number 1, not now. Interesting. Number 2, green is probable. Number 3, gray is also probable. And number 4 is a yes, the purple. All right, so we have the number 1, gold, not now. Number 2, green is probable. Number 3, gray is also probable. And number 4, purple is yes. All right, let's get our angel numbers for the week. This is one of my favorite parts of the reading. This is the opportunity for angels to communicate with you in their own special way, and for them to give you some ideas for the week, or things that they want you to pay attention to, or things that they kind of wanted to get out to you. Basically, there's 5 stands to choose from: purple, green, gold, gray, and black. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'd like you to pick a stand. Maybe 2 or 3 if you really feel like you need to, but 1 for sure. That's your stand. That is your specific angel number for the week. And then after you get your number, you go down to the description and you get keywords and phrases for that number. And then that kind of tells you the energies that the angels want you to pay attention to for the week, or some things that they will want you to look at. If you want more detailed information about that number, you can go out to the internet and type in that number and get that information as well. You can also use all 5 numbers as your lucky numbers for the week. You can utilize more than 1 stand if you really feel compelled to do so. There's really no right or wrong way to do the angel numbers. It's however you feel works for you, whatever you feel compelled to do for the week. All right, the number 1 purple for the week is 29. Get these so you can see them. Number 2 green is 2. Number 3 gold is 53. Number 4 gray is 7. And number 5 black is 9. All right, so that's our angel numbers for the week. We have number 1 purple, 29. Number 2 green is 2. Number 3 gold is 53. Number 4 gray is 7. And number 5 black is number 9. All right, so there's your angel numbers for the week. Guys, I really hoped you had some messages that came through for reading that were useful to you. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up. Leave us comments in the comment section. Share the channel with your friends and family. And subscribe if you haven't already done so. Also, check out our other videos on the channel. We have lots of timeless tarot readings that go a lot more in depth than these readings do. And they're on lots of different topics, and they're usually timeless, so those might be of interest to you. We have other spiritual topics, as well as videos on how to read tarot cards. So all those things might be of interest for you to check out. We do these readings every Monday, so we look forward to seeing you again in future videos, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Group 3, and welcome to your reading, those of you that chose the chariot that was flying through the air. So far, the readings have been very interesting. I picked the Chariot this week. I really felt compelled to do so, and it was really interesting because both readings so far, it'll be very interesting to see what you guys is like. Both readings so far have shown some movement and lots of things happening during the week, so it'll be interesting to see what your guys' reading is like. Remember, these aren't meant to be real detailed readings. They're just kind of an idea of the general energies you're going to be feeling for the week, or some things that you might have to think about, or that kind of thing. We are going to do our runes. We're going to do our Chinese tile. We're going to do our angel numbers and our oracle spheres, so you can be thinking of a yes or no type of question that you can get an answer to. So we're going to be doing all of those things. So let's take a look here. And remember, these aren't meant to be super detailed. We do have other videos on the channel that are more meant for that. And these are just kind of just a general weekly energy. So let's see what we've got for the week. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Wow. Okay. You guys aren't showing quite as much movement as the other two, which is really intriguing because you guys chose the chariot that had the most movement involved in it. So that's really interesting. But this is a week to take in the things that you've been working on. This is the harvest week. This is the week to reap what you've been putting out into the universe. This is the week to have more teamwork. You might have some energies where you have trouble dealing with team members or other people like that. But this is the week to kind of start reaping the things that you've been putting out. So this is kind of a labor-intensive week. This is kind of, harvest week always is. So you are going to be doing a lot of activity. You are going to be doing a lot of stuff. You're going to be very busy because you're going to be pulling in everything that you've been sending out there in the universe. Let's see what else we have here that's kind of hidden energy. This is interesting. This is the divine protection. This is the connection with the gods, sanctuary, that kind of feeling. And that's interesting that it was turned over. That might mean that you are feeling a little less connected to the universe this week, that you might have a disjointed feeling, disconnected, that's the word I'm getting, is disconnected. You might feel a little disconnected or a little out of sync this week a little bit. That's kind of the feeling I'm kind of getting of some things that you might be dealing with that way, that you just might feel just not quite right in sync with the way you have been. You won't necessarily feel like everything's locked into place, just right. You will be doing things, you will be going through the motions, you will be doing stuff you need to do, but you won't necessarily feel like everything's clicked into place this week, if that makes any sense. Let's take a look at our Chinese tiles. Let's see if we get any other energies or clarifiers or anything else that might work this week with you. Okay, this is interesting. I do think you will be possibly dealing a little bit with relationships or teamwork. We talked about that earlier. And there might be some slight difficulties with that this week. Some things you might have to work through. And that's also shown in this tile as well. But it also might be work-related more so than home-related. And the 8 bamboo, and with this being coins and all that kind of shows that to me, that this might be a little bit more work-related issue than it is a home-related issue. But that dealing with teammates and stuff at work might be a little harder, coworkers and that kind of thing. Also, I do think work is going to be a big focus for you this week. Dealing with work, whatever it is. If you don't actually have a job, then whatever it is you consider your avocation, or that whatever you do to help enhance your life, if it's not to make money, that is what you'll be focusing on and dealing with this week. Let's see the energies that are also kind of, hidden here. Interesting. Okay. Well, first of all, like all of the other readings, the 4 was upside down and turned over. This is not the stay-at-home, being homebody type of week for any of you guys. This is a week to get out there and get things done. This is a week to be doing things and being kind of busy. It's kind of a busy week. And that's kind of what I see here. Your individuality might feel like it's a little bit lost. You might also feel like your dragon energy, your fire up energy might be a little bit muted this week. And I think that kind of goes with feeling disjointed. Like I said, I feel like going through the motions was kind of the feeling I got earlier, and I still feel that way. I feel like you guys are going to have trouble being very passionate about things this week. You will go about, you will be busy, you will do your work, you will do stuff, but you may not feel super passionate about it. Any kind of accolades or celebrations and things might be a little farther down the road. They may not be quite ready this week, and that kind of thing. And also, once again, your connection to spirit and with that realm and that energy is a little bit muted this week. So that's kind of what I was getting with those tiles there. Let's go on to your oracle spheres. Basically, this is where you ask your yes or no type of question that you would like to get an answer to, and then we will get our answers. We have 4 different stands here that we'd like for you to pick one from to have your answer appear on, okay? We have purple, green, gray, and gold. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can pick by color or number or whatever works best for you, whatever, strikes you in the moment. And we will go ahead and get our answers. All right, first answer appeared right away. For the purple is a no. For the green, it's a very likely. For the 3, for gray, it is not likely. And number 4, gold, is a not likely again. All right. So we have a number 1, purple is a no. Number 2, green is a very likely. Number 3, gray is a not likely. And a number 1, gold is also, or 4 gold, sorry, is a not likely. All right. So let's go on to our angel numbers. Once again, angel numbers are one of my favorite parts of the readings because these are messages specifically from angels. What I'd like for you to do is pick a stand. There's 5 of them here to choose from. We have gold, gray, purple, black, and green. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you pick which stand you would like your angel number to appear on. And we'll get our angel numbers. And then when you go down in the description, you look up your specific number and you get the keywords and phrases associated with that number. And then that kind of gives you an idea of what the angels want you to look at or pay attention to, or something they want you to spend a little bit more time on, or that kind of thing. If you want to, you can get more detailed information about those angel numbers by going out to the internet and typing in that number, and you can get all kinds of even more information than what we can fit in the description. Also, you can pick all 5 stands to be your lucky numbers for the week, or you could pick more than one stand to be your angel number if you feel like you need to do that. There's really no right or wrong way to do this. Whatever really works for you, whatever you're compelled to do is what you should do. So, the first number is gold, number 27. Number 2, gray, is a 41. Number 3, gold, or number 3, purple, sorry, is a 26. Number 4, black, is a 51. And the number 2, green, is a 43. All right, so there's our angel numbers. Number 1, gold's 27. Number 2, gray, is 41. Number 3, purple is 26. Number 4, black is 51. And number 5, green is 43. So that's your angel numbers for the week. Guys, I hope there were some messages that came out that were useful to you for the week, especially with the angel numbers. I really think those are very useful. Please give the video a thumbs up. Share the channel with your friends and family. Leave comments in the comments section and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Also, check out our other videos on the channel. Remember, we have lots of timeless tarot readings on lots of different topics, and they are much more detailed than these weekly readings are. So, check those out. We also have videos on how to read tarot cards and other videos out there as well that might be of interest to you. We do these rune readings once every week on Mondays, and we also have our weekly tarot readings that we do on Thursdays and Saturdays. So we look forward to seeing you in future videos, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye.